Hi everyone, Boruto Eggs is back with another video. This time, I'm going to cover a very contentious and extremely toxic topic in the Naruto/Boruto community, Kaguya versus Momoshiki. I want to do things well. I'm going to confront them by using all of their forms, statements, and feats that we have at disposal. I want to finally put an end to this stupid and pointless debate. I'm going to start off the video by scaling Kaguya and correct all the misconceptions around her strength. Around 1,000 years ago, Kaguya and Shiki descended to the earth in order to cultivate a god tree and claim its chakra fruit. Kaguya was supposed to be the sacrifice for the 10 tails. However, for uncertain reasons, she decided to betray Shiki. She caught Shiki off guard and almost killed him. Amada said that Shiki was left on the verge of death. After betraying Shiki, she ate the chakra fruit all for herself, and then she subdued the world to her command with ease. Now, the story is pretty simple, as you saw before, but people like to do mental gymnastics and distort everything that happened in that instance. Now I'm going to debunk the common misconceptions about Kaguya's betrayal.
Kaguya left Prime Ishiki on the verge of death. She's super overpowered.
That's extremely dumb, considering the fact that Amada verbatim stated that Kaguya caught Shiki off guard when she did so. That wasn't the first time in the Naruto franchise that a stronger character was heavily injured by a way weaker one. Take Madara for example, he was backstabbed by Zetsu. But we all know that Zetsu is complete fodder compared to him. Still, Zetsu was able to pierce his body and immobilize him. Himawari was able to one-shot Naruto, and we all know Himawari at that moment scaled nowhere near him. The same Naruto was able to kick Shiki in the face and make him bleed in his base form just because he caught him off guard. Meanwhile, when he was in 6 paths, he was getting ragdolled. Like, what even is that trash argument to begin with? It should be common knowledge that when you are off guard in Naruto, your durability is lowered, and there are plenty of examples proving it.
But Kaguya almost killed Ishiki before even eating the chakra fruit and awakening her Rin Sharingan.
I proved before that Shiki was off guard, so he had less durability also. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Kaguya was shown to possess durability negation attacks, so that's even worse for her. Kaguya awakening the Rin Sharingan is a big inconsistency within the show too. In the 4th Naruto data book, we learnt that Kaguya awakened her Rin Sharingan after eating the Earth Chakra fruit. In the Naruto Shippuden anime fillers, Kaguya awakened her Rin Sharingan by eating the chakra fruit too. But in the Naruto manga, the most canonical source, it was never implied that she awakened her Rin Sharingan after eating the chakra fruit. On the opposite, in the Boruto manga, when Kaguya arrived to the earth with Shiki, she already had her Dojutsu. We can draw the conclusion that Kaguya awakening her Dojutsu after eating the chakra fruit got retconned, since in the main source, the Boruto manga, she already had it before betraying Shiki.
But Kaguya gained a massive amp thanks to the chakra fruit. She should have been way stronger than Ishiki.
Oh, and what is your source? Trust me, bro. Don't make me laugh, please. Where is the implication that the Earth's chakra fruit made her so strong? She had to sneak attack Shiki with a durability negation Kekemura to even damage him. Otsutsuki has been eating chakra fruits since millennia. Just one fruit could have not made Kaguya stronger than Shiki. I don't know which idiot told you that. One fruit is not enough to become the most powerful being in the verse, lol. It's impossible to scale this version of Kaguya since she has no concrete feats. You are just using headcanon scaling without feats nor statements to back the fact that she was stronger than Shiki up. Let alone the fact that Shiki was verbatim stated to be the strongest and worst enemy in the series. We know that Otsutsuki travel around the universe eating chakra fruits in order to evolve themselves. Kaguya was the lower ranking Otsutsuki, so the one that every time was used as a sacrifice to let the god tree grow a fruit that Shiki would have eaten after. So we can assume that Shiki ate way more fruits than Kaguya. Her becoming suddenly stronger than Shiki by just eating one of them is absolutely hilarious. Especially when the earth had no powerful beings when Kaguya ate it, just random humans engaging wars without even chakra at their disposal. And yes, Amada stated that the quality of a chakra fruit derives from the Otsutsuki who is getting fed to the 10 tails. Like we saw before, Kaguya ate a chakra fruit that was simply absorbing blood from humans with no chakra. Momoshiki, for example, ate many chakra fruits by offering Kinshiki as a sacrifice. Kinshiki is obviously stronger than random fodder humans with no chakra. We even saw him going toe-to-toe against adult Sasuke, his strongest version. Okay, Sasuke was holding back, but going against and holding back adult Sasuke is still insane. So, no, eating a chakra fruit of low quality didn't make her the strongest character in the franchise, and I feel stupid to have to even prove that, seriously. We know that after Kaguya betrayed a Shiki and ate the fruit, she became the ruler of the lands and she single-handedly stopped all the wars. After some time, Kaguya had two sons, Hagoromo and Hamura. In the manga, their father was never mentioned, but in the anime fillers he was the emperor of the land of ancestors, Tenji, a common human. A problem arose after Kaguya gave birth to her children. Her chakra got dispersed between them. So Kaguya started to use the infinite Tsukiyomi onto people in order to gain more chakra and prepare herself for the arrival of the Otsutsuki trio. Now, manga and anime were different from this point onwards. In the anime, Kaguya loved the world and she ate the divine fruit to save her children's. However, she decided to fight her sons after they discovered her plans and tried to stop her from using the infinite Tsukiyomi on people. She was amassing chakra since ions because she wanted power to fight against Momoshiki, Kinshiki and Urashiki, and of course to create a Zetsu army as a backup too. Meanwhile, in the manga, Kaguya fused with the 10 tails and tried to reclaim the chakra that she had lost by giving birth to Hagoromo and Hamura. Hagoromo and Hamura didn't even know that they were facing their mother at that point. They thought the 10 tails was a reincarnation of the god tree, trying to reclaim its fruit. Now, it doesn't matter which one of those situations you think it's more canon, the end result remains the same. Kaguya was revolting against her own sons. She tried to kill them to regain the chakra that she dispersed at their birth. She was forced to kill her sons because at her current level, she could have not beaten the Otsutsuki trio. For some reasons, people think this featless Kaguya was the strongest version that we saw of her, but that's far from the truth. And now, we'll see why exactly. That Kaguya had the chakra of a 10 tails made of baby Bijous. The Kaguya in the war arc was made of Gronus Bijous, which got stronger after 1,000 years. Obviously, Madara and the chakra of the whole population of the world. This time, the world was full of powerful ninjas with a strong chakra, unlike when Kaguya ate the chakra fruit and was doing the infinite Tsukiyomi in the past. Arguing that old Kaguya was stronger than her fourth great ninja war version is blasphemy. No good power scaler would even come up with some bullshit like that. That's outrageous. Kaguya isn't as strong as people think for multiple reasons, and now I'm gonna list all of them. Hagoromo stated that Kaguya, without her god tree fusion, was stronger than him. Hagoromo and Hamura had to team up in order to defeat Kaguya while she was fused with the 10 tails. Hagoromo stated that Madara, with just one Rinnegan and without God Tree absorbed, was getting closer to his level. He even stated that he was trying to attain his mother's level too, implying once again that Kaguya was stronger than him. What does all of that mean? That Hagoromo is way weaker than Kaguya and, yes, just Kaguya, he's way below her fused God Tree version. I don't want to hear that.
But that was Ghost Hagoromo, not the Jubi Jinchuriki one.
Jubi Jinchuriki Hagoromo is featless, and before becoming the 10 tails Jinchuriki, he was weaker than base Kaguya before she even merged with the God Tree, so your headcanon is not valid and easily disprovable. Also, we're going to ignore the fact that Sasuke, in his final fight against Naruto, literally absorbed a 10 tails worth of chakra, but Naruto was still keeping up with him. And then when he absorbed all the sage energy on the planet, he was able to match him in strength. Next, the notion that Kaguya was so much stronger than Team 7 is completely false. Naruto alone was able to block her taijutsu barrage and even overpower her with his vapor style before she started draining her chakra with the Amenemanaka. Also, if she really was so much stronger than Team 7, she would have simply blitzed them and got her chakra back, instead of separating them and fighting them in a 1 versus 1. Now it should be common knowledge, but sadly majority of people still think otherwise, but Naruto and Sasuke got actually stronger after the end of the 4th Great Ninja War. Naruto got another half of Kurama and Sasuke in the last was stated to be stronger than him, meaning that both got exponentially stronger. It was stated once again in the guides that during the 2 years time skip from the war arc, all the characters had gotten stronger, and in the picture is even shown Naruto, proving he himself got actually stronger too. Toneri was stated to be stronger than Kaguya and to possess chakra similar to her. In the back of the Boruto volume number 1, it was stated that Kaguya was the greatest threat that the ninja world has ever faced, but that doesn't debunk Toneri being stronger than her, since Naruto fought Toneri on the moon and not on the planet. And she was considered the greatest threat because of the infinite Tsukiyomi, which was consuming all the life on the planet and the life force of every person caught in it. In the Naruto The Last Novel, Naruto defeated Toneri by attacking him with all of his might, so any argument of Naruto holding back is not valid. In the Sasuke Sunrise novel, which took place after the events of Naruto the Last, the narrator implied that Sasuke will take on an existence greater than Kaguya by himself. That makes perfect sense, since Sasuke fought against Kaguya and he knew how strong she was. In the Naruto Ninja Storm for game, which we know it's canon, 19 years old, Naruto and Sasuke were stated to possess the strongest Ugi/ninjutsu, and it was stated the beauty of 2 times. That means Naruto's Raisin's Hurricane combined with Sasuke's Inferno style was stronger than Kaguya's expansive truth-seeking orb, since Hiritsu was considered an Ugi/ninjutsu too. So, in the end, Kaguya and Hagoromo are nowhere near close to the top tiers in the verse. Their scaling is based off of misconceptions and headcanon. Naruto and Sasuke were already stronger than them in their 19s. Now let's see how strong base Momoshiki really was, and how does he compare to Kaguya. In the Boruto anime, it was reconfirmed the fact that Kaguya was building an army of white Zetsus in order to fight enemies who were stronger than her. In the first chapter of the Boruto manga, Sasuke found a scroll while patrolling in the ice dimension of Kaguya, the same place where he met and fought with Kinshiki and Momoshiki. The chapter later, we saw Momoshiki and Kinshiki invading the Earth, and Momoshiki defeated Killer Bee without difficulty while standing on Kinshiki's shoulder. Now let's go back to the scroll that Sasuke found in Kaguya's castle. Nobody could read it, so Sasuke and Naruto gave the job to decipher it to the deciphering team. When the Chunin exams were almost finished, the deciphering team was able to decipher Kaguya's scroll, and well, now we'll see what informations it really contained. By the way, Momoshiki was effortlessly dodging Hokage-based Naruto attacks. Now Sasuke arrived to the battlefield and summarized the content of Kaguya's scroll. In Kaguya's scroll, there was a warning of Momoshiki and Kinshiki's attack. That's confirmed for many reasons. Sasuke didn't know the name of Momoshiki, but it seems that he learnt it while reading the scroll. Momoshiki himself stated that they were informed and they must read Kaguya's scroll. Every argument of
She was scared of the entire clan.
literally fall apart. It was confirmed in the novels too. Sasuke explicitly said that in the scroll it was stated that Kaguya was building an army to fight them while he was looking at Momoshiki and Kinshiki, which obviously means it was referred to them. The anime confirmed that too. And it was confirmed even in the games. There are 4 different forms of media telling you that the ones Kaguya was scared of and was building an army for were Momoshiki and Kinshiki and not the whole clan. I don't know at this point. Show me a video in which Kishimoto and Kadachi tell to all of us that in reality, Kaguya was stronger, because that's the only way I and all the people with a functional brain would believe that. Naruto was kidnapped by Momoshiki. Sasuke said that a full-power Naruto could have blocked Momoshiki's Bijou bomb, but he had to hold back or else the whole village would have gotten destroyed. The point still remains though, and holding back 6 paths, Naruto was kidnapped by Momoshiki and Kinshiki, meaning Momoshiki's Bijou bomb had enough attack potency to put Naruto KO. This is reconfirmed by the fact that Momoshiki and Kinshiki were stated to have powers not inferior to the ones of Hokage, Naruto, and adult Sasuke. Obviously, Hokage Naruto is far stronger than is the last version. That means base Momoshiki had the attack potency to 100%. Took down 19 years old Naruto and Toneri, which as we saw before, they were both stronger than Kaguya already. Now I'm gonna debunk some stupid misconceptions about base Momoshiki, that Momoshiki and Kinshiki's downplayers always used to say that they are fodder.
Momoshiki thought that the 9 tails chakra alone was massive. Meanwhile, Kaguya possessed the chakra of the whole 10 tails.
Do you realize the fact that Naruto's chakra got so much stronger after the war arc that Naruto was causing anomalies in the space curvature of the main universe? Kaguya's chakra never accomplished such feat and she lived for ions on the world.
Alive Sage Mode Madara was able to instantly pull the 9 tails out of Naruto's body. Meanwhile, it took hours for Momoshiki to drain half of the 9 tails chakra. Therefore, he's stronger than base Momoshiki.
That's one of the dumbest ways to downplay Momoshiki. Listen at what you said. Madara wasn't absorbing the 9 tails chakra. He was forcefully taking Kurama out of Naruto's body thanks to the chains of the Gato statue. Momoshiki was absorbing his chakra with the Rinnegan and fabricating pills at the same time. They were doing two different things.
But Momoshiki and Kinshiki were so weak that the Boruto-era Kags were handling them easily.
Okay, that's another retarded counter-argument, the Boruto era. Kages in the manga continuity have absolutely zero as anti-feats. Whether you like it or not, just because you don't believe they are strong doesn't mean that they aren't. Sakura, in her 17s, had the speed to dodge some of Kaguya's attacks and the attack potency to break one of her horns plus make her bleed. I proved before that after the war arc, every character has gotten stronger, and Sakura is obviously no exception. Shikamaru, one of the smartest persons in the series, thought that the Kages were the strongest persons in the planet, meaning they were above a 32-years-old Sakura, which was way above her 17-years-old version, who was already able to hurt Kaguya badly. Chojuro was able to keep up in speed with Kinshiki and tanked one of his attacks. Kurosuchi was able to keep up in speed with him too, and even sent him flying with a punch. I don't want to hear the excuse of Sasuke helping them since he performed very badly against Kinshiki this time. And still the Kages had the speed to keep up with him, the durability to tank his attacks, and even the AP required to damage him.
But Momoshiki was running away from Gaara and Darui, and they are fathers.
Again, another argument of incredulity. They do not have any feat, and the fact that they were pressing an above Kaguya level threat speaks volumes about their strength. Darui got one-shotted by fused Momoshiki, but that was an off-guard feat since smoke was covering the battlefield and Darui couldn't see Momoshiki. Gaara was able to react and block one punch from that same fused Momoshiki. Momoshiki defeated him because of an off-guard attack. The fact that they were able to keep up in speed with fused Momo and Gaara was even able to completely block a punch from that same fused Momo who was giving trouble to Six Paths. Naruto and Rinnegan Sasuke should tell you that they are insanely strong. Sasuke literally acknowledged the strength of the Hokages, and he thought he and them would have been able to defeat Momoshiki and Kinshiki, implying they are strong. Also, if they were really fodders, there would have been no point in bringing them to save Naruto, since Sasuke consumes enormous quantities of chakra based on how many people he teleport to other dimensions. Now, since Kaguya fans like to use ratty arguments to upscale their character, let me use one of them too. What's Kaguya's counter from being transformed into a chakra fruit? We saw Momoshiki transforming a Laowa Rankotsuki into a fruit just by activating his Rinnegan. What's gonna stop him from doing so to Kaguya? Another stupid argument from Kaguya's supporter is the
But Kaguya's immortal. Even if Momoshiki is stronger, he can't kill her.
Well, data books and novel prove otherwise. It was stated that Kaguya had died after she got sealed by Naruto and Sasuke, and that there wasn't such thing as immortality in the Naruto world. Not even Shibai, a freaking Otsutsuki god, was able to achieve true immortality after eating countless chakra fruits for several millennia, let alone Kaguya, which from what we know, just ate one of them. And she wasn't nowhere near to become a goddess. We even saw that if Kaguya receives critical damage, the Beerus would start to make her unstable and go crazy, so no immortality or godly durability for her. Kaguya is a very dumb fighter too. Without Black Zetsu telling her what to do, I don't know what to expect from her, to be honest, especially in a fight against Momoshiki, who is a very smart fighter. The anime did put extra emphasis on the fact that Momoshiki alone would have been able to punish/beat Kaguya easily. Kaguya isn't stronger than Momoshiki even by using feats only. As I proved before, adult Naruto, Sasuke and the Kages got exponentially stronger since the war arc. Kaguya was shown to be strong against two inexperienced 17-years-old Naruto and Sasuke, nothing more. She even got overpowered by Naruto alone in some instances. Base Momoshiki, on the other hand, destroyed base Naruto with simple kicks, and was able to kidnap his adult Six Paths version, which was stated stronger than his the last one, and then the war arc one. So in conclusion, this matchup isn't even close. Kaguya is a top 3 most overrated character in the Naruto series. She betrayed her clan, ate one chakra fruit on the earth, and then started to use the infinite Tsukiyomi on people repeatedly to build an army, in order to fight against her slayers, Momoshiki and Kinshiki. She did that for Ions, but apparently it wasn't enough to catch up to them. She even fused with the 10 tails in order to kill her sons and take her chakra that got splitted at their birth back. She was constantly looking at the sky because she feared for every single minute the day of their arrival. All the evidence I provided proves the fact that Momoshiki and Kinshiki are exponentially stronger than her. Keep in mind, Kaguya was sealed for 1,000 years. So the Momoshiki and Kinshiki she feared were the ones of 1,000 years ago, meaning she feared them before they even ate chakra fruits continuously, for the beauty of 1,000 plus years. I want to clarify something. I don't think Kaguya is a bad character at all. On the contrary, she was one of the most interesting Otsutsuki so far. She wasn't just power greedy at the beginning, she wanted a peaceful world in which she could have lived without wars. Momoshiki, on the other hand, cares only about power and taking ultimate possession of Boruto's body. I think that's what people dislike about him, and that's why so many people downplay him in strength. I don't want to argue about good motivations villains versus the unapologetic ones, but yeah, people prefer Kaguya over him because she had other motivations other than getting more powerful. But that obviously doesn't mean she was stronger, when all the source material prove otherwise over and over again. In terms of AP, they are both in the Universal Plus range, but Momoshiki is still stronger than her. They both created a dimension with multiple celestial bodies in it. Their dimensions were even stated to be hyperverses/spacetimes, making both of them universal. Plus, since both of them created those for deconstructs. If we talk about speed, Momoshiki is way faster than Kaguya. Kaguya has no feats on par with the one of Momoshiki absorbing chakra from outside of his dimension. Yeah, even in his base form, Momoshiki had way better AP and speed. Now how would Kaguya perform against fused Momoshiki? Well, she would get destroyed. No difference whatsoever. Let's see. Why? Naruto and Sasuke weren't at their 50%? That's some bullshit the anime added randomly. In the manga it was never mentioned how really tired they were. Exactly. Even if you take the anime statement for granted, Momoshiki said that he was halfway through extracting Kurama's chakra. Naruto's chakra isn't just Kurama's, but his own 1 in 10% of every other Biju too, so he was not at 50% power nor below that. For Sasuke, it's the same thing. He teleported 8 people to Momoshiki's dimension, but he still had all of his Tomos on his Rinnegan, so he wasn't even close in being low on chakra, like he was against Shin Yukiya. Now, another misconception about the fused Momoshiki fight is the fact that people think chakra drained Naruto and Sasuke alone were stronger than Momoshiki because of this panels. But that's absolutely ridiculous and disingenuous to say. Context matter. If you read the page before, Momoshiki had the exclamation marks on his text, meaning he didn't expect Naruto to transform at that moment, so Naruto was able to punch him and Sasuke combo attack him from behind. In the instances where Momoshiki attacked them alone, he was surclassing them easily. Another misconception is that
Momoshiki sucks, he died to a base Naruto giant Rasengan. Kaguya tanked the 9 elemental Raisin Shuriken barrage like a true goddess.
First, you need to prove that Rasengan was actually weaker than the Raisin's Hurricane Barrage, which is something that you cannot do, since we do know that adult Naruto is way stronger than the teen Naruto who used that Raisin's Hurricane Barrage. Second, that was an exhausted Momoshiki. Right before dying to that Rasengan, Momoshiki took a majestic attire Susanoo/head-on, and he survived without any particular fatal injury. And we know the majestic attire Susanoo was the strongest ninjutsu ever at that point. And yes, it was stronger than the Amaterasu-infused Raisin's Hurricane, which was stronger than Kaguya Zetsu, her strongest attack. Third, Kaguya never tanked the Raisin's Hurricane Barrage. The databook says that the barrage had drawn her to a corner to the point that she couldn't keep her human form, and that's what happened. Had it not been for the chakra from the Shinobi Alliance, Kaguya would have remained an unstable freak.
Momoshiki got beaten up by a kid.
First, that never happened, and second, Boruto keeping up with Momo in speed was plot-induced stupidity. We know Momoshiki was as fast as Naruto and Sasuke, so downplaying Momoshiki's speed to the one of Boruto is pretty dumb, unless you think base Boruto is as fast as full-power Naruto and Sasuke. The only reason Boruto's vanishing Rasengan was even able to damage Momoshiki is because he was off guard. We saw at the start of the video that in Naruto, if you are off guard, your durability is generally trash, so even this argument is not valid.
But Kaguya destroyed Sasuke's perfect Susanoo like nothing.
Correction, Kaguya destroyed the Susanoo of a way weaker version of Sasuke than his adult one. We saw before that the last Sasuke was stronger than his Kaguya fight version, and his adult form is stronger than his the last version. Jigen phased through the Susanoo of a way stronger Sasuke with a single kick. Boruto era characters are simply stronger, you need to deal with it. So fused Momoshiki was defeated by the combination of a way stronger Naruto and Sasuke than the ones who sealed Kaguya. The winner is pretty self-explanatory. Now, against Borashiki, she would once again do absolutely nothing, since Borashiki at full chakra is basically the strongest form of Momoshiki that we've ever seen. He went up toe-to-toe against Kawashiki in the manga, and in the anime they were shown to be very equal. Kawashiki is at the bare minimum above Nerf Sasuke, Naruto, and Delta, since there are a multitude of statements saying that he's the strongest in the leaf and that he cannot be restricted. Being stronger than Delta means that Kawashiki should be able to somewhat contend against 6 paths Naruto-level threats, since Delta was pretty relative to that Naruto version. We even saw a fight between Kawashiki and Limiter's Code, and well, Kawashiki destroyed him pretty badly. Code even commented the fact that he was being completely overpowered by Kawashiki, and that he would have died had not Demon reflected Kawaki's blast. Now, we know that Limiter's Code is at least as strong as 6 paths Naruto, since he was stated to be stronger than Delta. Code even stated that with his limiters on, he could have probably been able to kill Naruto and Sasuke in a 1 versus 1, but he wanted to spare himself from unnecessary hardships. It's important to note that Code didn't know that Naruto and Sasuke got nerfed at that point, so he was referring to their 6 paths and Rinnegan forms. Code being as strong as Prime Naruto and Sasuke, without counting Baryon mode, is not far-fetched, since after the fight between Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke, Jigen asked Code to guard the 10 tails, meaning Jigen was confident that Code would have been able to protect the 10 tails from Rinnegan Sasuke. When Code and Ida were discussing about when to attack Konoha, Code reconfirmed the fact that he could win in a 1 versus 1 against Naruto and Sasuke. And again, like I said before, Code didn't know that Naruto and Sasuke got nerfed post his Shiki fight, so their versions in question were 6 paths and Rinnegan ones. So yeah, by being equal to a Kawaki who is stronger than Delta and Limiter's Code, Borashiki should be in the 6 paths Naruto level tier of strength, bare minimum. Now the scaling for Borashiki doesn't end there. We know Kawaki is 80% Otsutsukified. Amada gave us a perfect description about Kawaki's situation. He's 80% Otsutsuki, and inside of him there's a Shiki Otsutsuki strength waiting to be used. As Amada said, Kawaki still has the house that is Shiki built inside of him. The house in this similitude is Ishiki's power. Kawaki just needed the door to tap into that power. And in this case, the door is the karma that he lost. But Amada wanted to reconstruct. As we know, Amada was able to reconstruct the door in order to let Kawaki access Ishiki's power, which was the karma. That means Kawaki, in his fight against Borashiki, was actually using something like 80% of Ishiki's strength. Even if you don't believe in Kawaki using 80% of Ishiki's strength, he still should be at least stronger than Jigen, since he's not a crippled half-dead vessel like Jigen was. And he can even use Ishiki's Damagen, something that didn't even appear when Jigen was fighting. Kawaki being at least on Jigen's level was confirmed by Shikamaru some chapters after the Kawashiki and Borashiki fight. Shikamaru stated that even if Code without limiters was stronger than Jigen, the Leaf could have been able to take him down. With the Leaf, he obviously intended Kawaki and TKE Boruto, since Naruto and Sasuke couldn't defeat Jigen-level threats even with Kurama and the Rinnegan. The fact that Kawaki was in Karma V2 when he fought Borashiki should tell you that he was definitely using a large chunk of Ishiki's strength, just like Jigen was doing against Naruto and Sasuke, and it's not debatable at all. And of course, like I said before, borashiki is equal to kawashiki, so he should be on Jigen's level or above too. I've covered all of their forms, and the winner is easily Momoshiki. He wins in each and every one of his forms. This debate shouldn't even exist, but Kaguya started to gain brainless fans randomly. So here we go. The only pro Kaguya statement / feat I was able to find was in the Ninja Storm 4 Naruto game. After fighting against fused Momoshiki, Sasuke told him that for Naruto and him, he still looked weaker than Kaguya. But that statement is not consistent, since when Naruto and Sasuke fought against them separated in the Chunin exams arena, Naruto verbatim stated that they were as strong as Kaguya, so we should not consider it seriously. And by the way, it's inconsistent in general, since base Momoshiki and Kinshiki should have been way stronger than Kaguya like we saw before. That's it for this video. I hope that now it's clear to all you who've watched this video until now that Momoshiki stomps Kaguya. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment and share the video with your friends. See you next time. Peace.